Hey there, Bridge family, it's Pastor Jeff. And this time I'm coming to you with a little bit of a logistical update. But before I go there, let me begin by saying thank you to all of you who helped to make our previous weekend possible. Many of you know that our family gathered together in Louisville, Kentucky this weekend, and we gathered around the blessed celebration of our son Griffin's ordination. And even more, I was blessed personally, not just as dad, but as the one who was able to preach Griffin's ordination service. And so, again, for those of you that helped to carry the load, who did extra, who prayed with us and for us, those of you that were with us in spirit, I want to again begin by saying thank you. Now, you'll see as we go into our 2020 prophetic vision that God is doing a lot of these types of things, and we as a Bridge family are incredibly blessed. You'll see, for example, that as we press into this series called Gospel Gardening, where we get a better understanding of Christ, His church, and living out Christianity, and we look into the roots, the fruits, and the boots of the church, that we're going to be continuing to live this out. As I've shared with you earlier, we're going to have a once a month incredible weekend where on Sunday nights we'll focus in on a teaching and preaching of the disciplines of God that are designed to be heart exercises that will help us individually and collectively to grow. We're going to continue. You'll see when you press into the calendar, you'll see that we're going to continue our AITs. The next one is going to be in March. And this year, what I'm going to do with the AITs, at least it's my plan at this point, is beginning in March, we're going to take another look at the Scrapes ministry, where we're going to look at Scrapes 2.0. And we're going to go deeper into what we introduced when we first brought out the Scrapes ministry. And then a few months down the road, we're going to do it again, and we're going to go deeper, and then again, and we're going to go deeper. The idea being that you'll be able to be equipping others while you yourself are being equipped, that we get that introductory base level understanding, then a little deeper, and so forth. Part of that principle of discipleship that we're embracing in all facets of our mission and our ministry. You'll see, for example, that in April, the 24th of April, we're already scheduled and signed up. We'll be going through Secret Church together. Again, Secret Church number 20, God, the Gospel, and Government. No doubt it will be another blessed time together. You'll see that beginning again here in just about 10 days, we're going to meet again in February, and the first Sunday night session will be where we look at journaling and fasting. And again, the idea is to help you so that you get to grow and that you'll get to help others as well. You'll see that in that once a month special weekend, that in Maryland, we're going to look to create a new monthly fellowship meal on those Sundays after church, where we intentionally come together and break bread and have that family fellowship time. You'll see as well that I'll be in Maryland on those Mondays, and that the Missional Mondays will be brought to the rest of the world from our Maryland family. Now, there's a lot there. I just want to encourage you to please look through the calendar, make those notes, plan to join us and be a part of those AITs, of the Secret Church, of the discipline-focused Sunday nights, all while continuing to be a part of our worship family time on Sundays, as well as the intentional peer-to-peer discipleship time that happens in our various life groups throughout the week. You'll see as well that we're going to Uganda a couple of times. Uganda is coming to us, that we're continuing to unite the family. And as we learn and see more together, you're going to be blown away to see what God is already actively doing, exponentially growing our family. Similarly, we're going to be looking at a fall visit to India to get the mission center, the equipping center in Tripura up and running. Also, hopefully to re-engage with the next set of students coming in that will be graduating our first class of seminary students in late March. Again, we're seeing God on the move locally, regionally, and globally, and we get to be a part of this. I think of what God is doing in the prisons, again, here in the U.S., in Vermont right now, but also in Uganda. I think of what God is doing in the recovery world with what is being done through the ministry of our brother Jeff and Doug and the Whitsitt Center. I think about the second Tuesday of every month when we're now back in getting to share the love of God, the gospel of Jesus Christ with the children and the staff at Stepping Stones. I think of the multiple, literally the many different nursing homes that are up here in Vermont that Ellen and Duran are visiting on a regular basis. I think of how you, each one of you, whether you're working in a secular setting, whether you're in a medical setting, a home environment, some of you are homeschooling, God is using you, our family, as a family to this family and the rest of the world. As we embrace this prophetic vision, as we embrace the word, the will, and the ways of God. I want you to know that I count it amongst my richest blessings to be able to go and spend a weekend like we did and see God at work so magnificently, so miraculously in our children. And then again, to be able to know that here in our faith family, that same God is doing things just as miraculous in and through the children of God that we call brother and sister, especially here in our Bridge context. Think about what's happening in Uganda, in India, in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont, in Maryland, on both sides of the Chesapeake Bay. Oh, we serve a mighty God, and we are blessed, 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 blessed to be his people. I pray that as you take this in, and you'll see, for example, I'm going to include another video underneath this one. As we were in Louisville, Kentucky this weekend celebrating Griffin's ordination, I was reminded that back in 2012, I had a message that was tailored to Griffin as he was transitioning into manhood. I see it today as Griffin's preparation for ordination sermon. I'll share with you shortly, hopefully next week, the message that we shared in Louisville. But for now, press in, I pray. Get ready for this 2020 prophetic vision. Pray and ask God to show you where and how he would use you and bless you as a blessing this year. And know that I'm committed as one incredibly blessed pastor to do all that I can to help you to grow in your pursuit of Christ and Christ-likeness. Amen and amen.